Hi students, in this video we are going to cover the chapter values and data types. So in character sets in Java, we can use these types: letters, either it is capital or small letters, and digits from 0 to 9. And these are the different types of operators, arithmetical operators, which we are using in mathematics like plus, minus, multiplication, and division operator, which is used to find the quotient, and modulus operator to find the remainder. And second one is logical operator, and, or, and not. And relational operators, if we want to relate two numbers. For example, if a greater than b, or a greater than or equal to b, or if it is not equal, also we can, all these type of relational operators we can use in Java. And these are delimiters in Java. That means curly brackets, square brackets, normal brackets, question marks. These symbols or these are special characters which are also known as delimiters. And these are the ASCII characters. ASCII characters means each character, that means from capital A to Z and small letter A to Z and numbers from 0 to 9. Every characters are assigned by a code called ASCII code. That means American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So keep in mind, and each character is assigned a specific numeric value that is called a ASCII code. And have you heard about escape sequence? Or it is also known as backslash characters. Why? Because we are using a backslash in front of each characters. That means there are some non-graphic characters which are used as commands to direct the cursor while printing. For example, if I am using this backslash and T means it represents the horizontal tab. I can give a specific space between the characters or words. And here I gave one backslash and one more slash. So I can print this slash. So everything is followed by a backslash here. If I want to find, if I want to display a single quote on the screen, before that I will give this backslash. So I can display the single quotes, and if I want to display double quotes, I can give this. And if I want to print the statements line by line, so I can give new line escape sequence. That means backslash and don't confuse this backslash and division operator. Okay, both are different. And these are the various types of tokens we are using in Java. Tokens means an individual component of a Java statement such that it carries some meaning for the execution of the program. We'll see what our tokens are. So this is the first token, literals. We can also call it as constants. That means some values. So values can be in any type. First one is integer. That means all numbers having positive or negative values. And real literals means it contains some decimal points. That means floating point constants are called real literals, like 24.6 and all. And character literals, it should be enclosed in single quotes and it contains only a single character. Okay, so it can contain any alphabet or number. So, but it only contains a single character. And string literals means it is a set of alphanumeric characters. Here it is only a single character will be there, but here we are using a set of alphanumeric characters. You can include digit as well as the alphabets, and it is represented in a double quotes. And next one is boolean. Boolean means you have two values, true or false. For example, if I am asking you, are you a student? You can answer any two, yes or no, right? So the same concept in Boolean literals. it has only two values, that is true and false. And null literal, it is a special purpose literal. It is used to initialize an object. And if you want to initialize an object into null, you can give it as a each letter you should give it as a lowercase letter. And identifiers means variables. Variable is a named memory location. If you want to store a value, you always use a variable, right? So variables can be in any data type. Maybe it is in integer data type or float or double data type. So this is the syntax: data type space, and you have to give a variable name. So this is called variable. So there are some rules for naming a variable. A variable may have any number of characters. It is not restricted, but for convenient, we will use some short names for variables. And it may contain alphabets, digits, $sign and underscore. And if you want to use underscore symbol, you can use in between the characters to separate the words of a variable name. For example, I am giving computer app. So I don't, you should not give a space between these two variables if you name a variable. So if you want to give two words, you can give a underscore between these two, so that it will consider it as a one word. So what is the next one? The variable name should be meaningful. If you want to find the length and breadth of a rectangle, give the variable name as length or L, or you can give breadth or B. So a variable name should be meaningful, then only you can memorize all the things while doing the program coding. And assignment operator, you already know. If you want to assign any value to the variable, you can give this assignment operator. So data type you can give, this is the syntax, and then variable name and equal to symbol any constant value, so that you can assign any value to the variable. So if it is a float type variable, you have to declare it as float. If it is a character type, you have to declare it as character type. And for string, it should be in double quotes. You can declare it as string data type. And initializing a variable, it is of two types: static initialization and dynamic initialization. Static initialization means this process uses direct assignment of a constant to a defined variable at the time of its declaration. For example, if you want to find the sum of two numbers, you will declare the sum as 0, right? And if you want to find the product of two numbers, you will declare it as 1. So at the time of declaration, you will initialize some variables or values, no? So such type of initialization is called static. And dynamic means depending upon the value given by the user, you have to calculate and store it in the variable. Then only you can display that variable. So at the time of execution, during the execution of the program, you can initialize the variable at runtime. So such type is called dynamic initialization, because value may change. When you find the output, value may change. So such initialization is called dynamic. And punctuators means some question mark we'll use, and dot operators and semicolon. And question mark we will use in ternary operator or conditional operator. It is another name for ternary. Okay, conditional operator. Okay, so here we are checking A greater than B, checking. If it is true, you can print a colon. Colon means else. Else you can print B. So instead of if, else, you can use this ternary operator. So in this ternary operator, we use this punctuator, question mark and colon. And dot operator is used in system dot out dot println, or example java.io, java.util. So in such cases, we use this dot operator. And semicolon at the terminate or terminator, statement terminator. At the end of every statement, we will give this semicolon. And separators are brackets, types of brackets, and operators we already covered. And keywords are the reserved words which is already predefined by the system. If you want to create a class name, a class keyword is already there. And for loop, for while, do while, and system.in, system, and switch, case, default, these are all keywords which are already reserved by the system. And next one is data types, type of data. It can be integer data type, float, string data type, character data type. And here is a type of arithmetical expressions. This type of statements are called arithmetical expression. Okay, so there are two types of expression, pure expression and impure expression. Pure means, see the first statement, I have declared A and B as integer data type. So I am doing this calculation, A is integer, B is integer, 4 is also integer. So everything I am storing in C integer type. So everything is pure here. Everything is in same data type. So an arithmetical expression that uses all its components of same data types are called pure expression. And write this example also. And for impure expression, maybe it contains different data types. See this example. Here I am declaring A as integer, F as float, and D as double. But when I come to this expression, it is a mixed type and I am saving everything into double data type. So this expression may contain error in the program. So because of this problem, we need type conversion. That means we need to convert the data type into a single data type. So there are two types of type conversion, implicit and explicit. Implicit means data type of the result gets automatically converted into the highest data type available in the expression without any intervention of the user. So without forcing, it will automatically convert into its highest data type. For example, if I am taking integer and long is the highest data type. So I convert integer into long. So it will automatically converting that. So that such type of type conversion is called implicit type conversion. So there may be no errors in this program. Why? Because it is automatically converting. Such data type is called, such type conversion is called implicit type conversion, or you can name it as coercion. So see this example. I am declaring A, B, H area as float type and everything I am doing it. But one problem is there, 1 and 2 is integer data type, right? So I am making it as double or float type. So I am making that 1 as 1.0 and 2 as 2.0. So I can automatically convert those every data into the float type. Okay, so such conversion is called implicit. And we'll see the second one, explicit type conversion. In this, the user is forcefully converting. Okay, in implicit, we without the intervention of user, it automatically converts. But in this case, users are forcefully converting that. Take this example. Here I am declaring A and B as integer data type. And I found out the result by finding the sum of those two numbers. So here I will get a integer data type, right? Because both are integers, so here I will get integer. But I want to store it in float type X variable. So I need to convert this result into float, then only I can store it in X variable. So I am forcefully converting this result into float type, then only I am saving it in X. See another example. Double data type X and Y, and I calculated the sum here. I am getting a value as double data type here, but I want to save it as integer type. So I am forcefully converting this into integer type and saving it in C variable. So such type of conversion is called explicit conversion, or we can call it as typecasting. So go through this chapter again, study all the concepts, then only you can do the program, study all the types of data, variable declaration, operators, how many types of operations are there, and two types of expressions, pure expression and impure expression, and two types of type conversion for that, explicit and implicit. So go through this. I hope everyone understood.